What is utilitarianism? Utilitarianism is the ethical belief that really the most effective way to organize society, the best possible way to function in society, or the best in an ethical framework, is that which achieves the greatest amount of happiness for the greatest number of people. Well, let's dig into it. Heard of utilitarianism before, or at least been confronted with some hypotheticals that have to do with utilitarianism. One of the most popular hypothetical questions, parable of the train, or the train dilemma. The train dilemma is a hypothetical ethical dilemma where the reader or viewer is asked to consider what they might do. Train going down one of them, about a train to hit a group of people. Let's get into it then. What is this train dilemma? Well, hypothetically, there's two sets of train tracks. You walk up and you see a train that's about to take out a group of people. Maybe animals too. It's a whole bunch of people. For some reason tied to train tracks, okay? Just play along. The train is about to take these people out, right? And you have the option to flip a switch, save those people, redirect the train to another set of tracks. However, that other set of tracks has on it one person. So what do you do in that situation? There's a train headed towards a group of people. You're faced with a dilemma. You could flip the switch and save those people, but then you would be directly responsible for the death of the other person on the other tracks. Utilitarianism states that we always should do that which brings the greatest amount of happiness, or sometimes the least amount of suffering, to the greatest amount of people. Really, the best ethical framework in which to navigate society. Remember that with an ethical principle, you do have to remain consistent. Let's dissect this. Some of the problems with utilitarianism that people have pointed out is that it creates this sense of bias. It creates such an impartiality that it ends up going full circle and becoming bias. It takes away the ability to be an effective parent or friend, because if you're constantly deciding things that would be the greatest for the greatest number of people, then you no longer can make direct decisions to care for your child. Even simply calling for help wouldn't even work. Would an ambulance even be able to arrive to my residence to help me if at every stoplight they were making a decision would bring the greatest happiness to the greatest number of people? They wouldn't even be able to get here. So, for example, of a flaw with utilitarianism is that a judge would put away someone who might be innocent just to satiate or quiet an angry mob. It's healthy and rational to conclude that utilitarianism or utility is not exactly the best way to ethically navigate the world. So if not utilitarianism, then what? Emmanuel Kant states that the best and most logical ethical framework in which to navigate society is something called the categorical imperative. Kant stated that we best navigate the ethical realm by, at every turn, asking ourselves with every decision the following question: if everybody did this the way that I am about to do this, would that be a world that I would want to live in? If everyone did this the same way, would that be a world that I would want to live in? So let's put it to the test. If you are speeding down the highway going 105, would you want to live in a world where everyone did that? Probably not. Seems like it would be the most empathetic and kind ethical principle. As we dissect it, we start to see some of the fundamental flaws with it. Emmanuel Kant suggested the categorical imperative as and maybe function in a more logical and also ethical way that's still compassionate. What do you guys think, though? Let me know in the comments, and maybe next time we'll get a little bit further into a deep dive on these issues. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to smash like, subscribe if you haven't already, because it really helps. And let me know what you would like to see me touch on next. Thanks, guys. Good night. So... Anyway...